Okay, we'll continue with the dragon variation with 9 castles, queenside. That's an older system, but also very good. Looks good for white. Let's see at a few main lines to understand what's going on. And the idea is if it goes too fast, you can stop it always, so you can learn what's happening. So let's start. E4, C5. Knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, g6, bishop e3, bishop g7, f3, castles, queen e2, knight c6. This system with castling queenside is a Yugoslav attack, castles. And now two moves, d5 and knight takes d4. First the old move, I think it's slightly dubious. Bishop takes, bishop e6, king b1 to prevent queen a5. Now knight d5 is strong, so queen c7. And now h4, interesting move. Rook f c8, h5, exclamation mark. And now first one, if you take, that's an almost forced lost. Take on d7, take g4, knight f6, queen h6, typical dragon attack. So that's why let's see e5, he has to take, g5 has to go, take, bishop d3, f5 only move, queen takes, and it's over. White wins. So queen a5 after h5 is the only move. You can't take the pawn. So after take, a3, rook a b8, and now bishop b5 is interesting. It's a computer move. It invites a6, bishop d3. Normally bishop d3 is immediate played, but let's see what's the logic behind it. The logic is that a6 is hanging, some variations, b5, and now queen g5, pinning the queen, rook b7, interesting move, f4, and white is better according to computer analysis. Let's see, rook cb8, 92 exclamation mark, and if queen c7, there's e5, takes, bishop takes e5, queen c8, and now not taking the exchange but on b8, but knight d4, bishop g4, rook d2, b4, and now a4, and white is ready to play g3, rook dh2, and maybe bishop takes on g6. White is almost winning. Okay, we go back to castling. So d5 is normally played. Now you have queen e1 and takes on d5. We're going to look at take on d5 today. Take on d5, knight takes d5, take on c6, b takes c6, and now bishop d4. Also possible to take on d5, but we're going to look at the main line. I give you one line if you take the pawn. Queen c7, and now queen c5, interesting. Queen b7, queen a3, bishop f5, and black has compensation. Bishop d3, rook a b8, b3, rook fc8, take, rook d3, and now the computer gives the following line. Queen c6, interesting, c4, queen g6, rook hd1, take on g2, king b1, and now h6, making room for the king. And it's pretty complicated position. But okay, let's go back to the main line. Bishop d4, take on d4, interesting move. Exclamation. There's another system by Alterman. Take on c3, bishop h6, check, bishop e3, take, queen b6, and now I'll give you the game Rublevsky-Gashimov. Take on e7, bishop e6, queen a3, rook a8, bishop d3, and now rook d5. Black has compensation. Rook he1 is played, but I'll give you d3, rook fd8, rook e1, c5, bishop c4, rook d2, take on e6, take on e6, rook d1, take, c4 exclamation mark, queen e7, queen g1, and it's white is slightly better, but it has a very drawing tendency. The game was drawn Rublevsky, Gashimov, Boykovsky, 2009, analyzed in ChessBase magazine 131 by Rokosenko. Okay, back to bishop d4, take. bishop d4, queen b6, knight takes on d5, take, queen takes, bishop b6, queen g5, takes on e2, take on e7, rook fc8, queen a3, and now rook c2, exclamation mark, take, rook c8, king d2, queen f2, bishop e2, rook d8, king c3, queen e3, queen b4, king b4, rook b8, bishop b5, take, exclamation mark, take, queen b6, queen a4, bishop a6, king b4, queen c4, queen a5, queen c7, king b4, queen c4, check, exclamation mark, and it's a draw. Okay, what can we say? A little bit more after this. The older lines is e5, the old interpretation. I give you an idea of Tivyakov from Leko Tivyakov WKC 1996 chess-based magazine 51. Bishop c5, bishop e6. If you take on f8, black has great compensation. Knight e4, rook e8, h4, h6 is the old one, but I give you the Tivyakov idea to simplify the position. g3, take on d2, take on d2, knight d5, g4, knight f6, bishop d3, bishop d7, bishop e3, knight b6, b3, knight d5, bishop c5, a5, a4, knight f4, knight d6, rook eb8, bishop c4, bishop d5, and takes on d5, and the game is drawn. White is slightly better because of the pawn structure. Okay. Last thing I want to note in this variation, if you go back, these all d5 systems, it looks all slightly better for white and sometimes clearly better. But if you take the old move, knight d4, there's also an interesting one after queen c7. That is the move, a very tricky one, knight b5. After queen b8, you play the same system like you did before with g4. It has a 100% score. a6, knight c3, and now you've got a similar position like before, but with the queen on b8, where it's standing rather clumsily. So white has a good attack. The idea is to play h4, h5, take bishop d3 and queen h2, and have a very strong attack. So I gave you the main lines of the 9 castles queenside by white, so you have an idea about the possibilities. It has a tendency to be better, clearly better for white at the moment. So black players are searching. Another problem is of course the computer, which makes it more hard, I think, to play slightly dubious systems like sometimes the dragon can be. Okay, any comments please on YouTube. Thank you very much.